So, can we go back to the Joe Budden podcast thing? Because I have a small bit of a bone to pick with them. And I was telling Mally about this, I kind of had to stop listening to that podcast because I kind of seen the demise coming. Number one, the energy was not where it used to be. You know, like, I'm sure you probably could listen to this. When you hear me and Malcolm speak, you could tell we're real friends. You know what I mean? Sometimes we may argue and fight, but you could tell there's a synergy, there's an energy there. And I could kind of tell on the Joe Budden podcast I was deteriorating, right? But that's not why I stopped listening. They became very hypocritical. For example, the Tory Lanez situation. On Tory Lanez's album, one of the songs starts with them criticizing him, killing him for supposedly what he did, which I don't have a problem with. If you truly believe a man shot a woman in her foot, that is abuse, that is a crime. And if you want to call that man out, fine. But you could look at it both ways. You could deem him guilty before he has a chance to prove himself innocent. And a lot of people had an issue with that. Which now it looks like he might be innocent, right? What does it look like right now between Meg and Tory?
I thought they were beefing. I thought shit didn't look good. But listen, that dude's weird, bro.
He's weird. Why you say that?
Because he's from Canada.
Yes. And that's what DMX said. All the Canada niggas is weird.
Yo, for real. Yo, you saw that video of him? I think he was on Funk Flex or he was on Sway. And he was rapping. He was freestyling. And then he said some bar. He stood up, and they said he was the same height as when he was the same height when he stood up.
He was the same height when he stood up.
He stood up. He's like, oh.
Nah, that shit had me weak.
That is so funny. That's like my brother.
That's why he's weird though, because he's short.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know, man.
But so whatever you believe about Tory,
I just never listened to him.
Right. Whatever you believe about Tory or not, right? This is when I stopped listening to the Joe Budden podcast. And I'm sorry to take up time, but I want to lay it out in chronological order. So after the Tory Lanez situation, you could go on my Spotify right now and see the last episode of the Joe Budden podcast I listened to. It had came out that Fabio Foreign was arrested for physically abusing his pregnant baby mother. He was arrested, granted bail for abusing his pregnant baby mother. If those guys, Maul specifically, is coming at Tory Lanez like, yo, you a piece of shit, fuck you, we don't want to hear you, we don't want you in America, right? And then Fabio Foreign, who you have connects with, right? It comes out that he beats up his pregnant baby mother, and your answer to the question is, oh shit, okay. Next topic.
Yeah. That's weird.
That's hypocrisy.
That's what that
is. And the thing about them is, bro, none of us are perfect. We all have flaws, right? So if I come on this podcast, I'm going to give my opinion, but I'm never going to act holier than thou. They come and the way they talk is like, yo, bro, we are perfect and we are going to judge people on some shit. Sure, this is a podcast. We're meant to have opinions, but don't I don't know, bro. I don't know if y'all understand where I'm coming from.
How are those people famous? How, like Fabio Foreign, like what is he known for?
He's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
You know Fabio Foreign?
Nah.
I never heard of him.
He's
either.
actually technically the one I got bow from.
Oh, really?
What's his famous song? I'm not really up on the music scene like that.
Does he do that song with? Is that Drake with?
Yeah,
viral movie.
Yeah,
better than the 2V.
Yes, he says viral and movie a lot.
Is that the song though?
That's Fabio Foreign.
Okay. What was I going to ask you? And this guy Maul, what's he from? What's he do?
He does the Joe Budden podcast. He's Joe. Yeah, that's all he's known for. Apparently, he's close to Jay-Z's.
And it's on Spotify?
They used to be on Spotify, and this is another thing, right? They used to be on Spotify, and they had a deal with Spotify. There was this big commotion where, coming down to the end of their contract, they were bashing Spotify every fucking day. And it's crazy, bro.
Like the hand that gives you're gonna shit on it.
Yo, and this is what Charlamagne's point about it, because him and Charlamagne got into a beef because Charlamagne was saying, bro, you're a destructive person. All you do is self-destruct, Joe. Right? When Joe had his show on Complex, Charlamagne said, I'll give it 3 months to end. They made it more than 3 months, but eventually it fucking ended. This is all he does. He self-implodes. So the contract with Spotify is coming to an end. And he's talking all this shit like, oh, we about to get a bag. We about to get a bag. And Joe and Rory and Mal are sitting there agreeing with everything he says. Mm-hmm. And now it comes out. The money is looking a little funny. And now it's coming looking like he is violating them in their pockets. And I know that's why Rory is mad. And Rory threatened to fight him on the podcast.
Oh, that's some ego stuff right there, man.
I don't know Joe Budden. What a lot of people say is he's an egomaniac. And I can see why a lot of people think that way.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if this is, I know like in stand-up comedy, they say you never should talk shit about another stand-up. I don't know if it's the same thing for podcasters.
Okay.
But I'm just giving my opinion. This is what I see. You know what I mean? And another thing, and this is going to be my last point about this. They always used to come at Akademiks. Akademiks is like the Eminem of internet content. You don't want to come at Akademiks. He's going to violate.
Wait. That's funny.
A lot of rappers, Game said it himself, one of the most abrasive rappers. I'm never going to diss Eminem in a song because I do not want Eminem making a diss song about me. Because he will violate. And Akademiks is that person. Don't come at Akademiks, bro. Akademiks is going to make you look bad. He's going to get on live for 50 minutes and just talk shit about you for 50 minutes, and it's going to be one of the most entertaining 50 minutes of content you've watched. And Rory and Mal was coming at him, and he came at the bag. He's like, bro, I speak to these executives. Yeah. Joe is fucking y'all over right now.
Yeah, I can't. He was working with Joe on that Complex show.
Yes.
And that just, you could see Akademiks was just like, yo, this dude is fucking crazy.
Apparently they're cool though. Joe and Akademiks are apparently cool.
Oh, okay.
So when Joe was like, and that's apparently another one of the issue because Akademiks was exposing Rory and Mal. He said, yo, you're cheating on your girlfriend. Joe is volleying y'all with the bag. And obviously they're coming to their podcast with their grievances against Akademiks. And here is Joe like, yo, I'm still cool with dude. That's like if Mal has a crazy beef with someone, Mal comes on the podcast, tries to shit on them because they violated Mal publicly, and I'm here like, nah, I'll fuck with dude. I don't know what you talking about.
Yeah.
That just doesn't look good.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I've never seen the podcast. I've never listened to it or anything like that, but I used to like with my girlfriend and stuff, we used to watch like Love and Hip Hop. And so like that's where I knew Budden from, and when he started like hitting his girlfriend and stuff like that, that's when I lost all total respect for him. So I'll never watch anything about him. I'll never listen to his like scrappy ass voice and all that, his bald head. So like I don't listen to any of him, but that's just a respect thing. It correlates from one thing to the next. If he's messed up his girlfriend and now he's messing up his boy stuff, like where's the line that he draws here? He shouldn't even be on cable. He shouldn't be on anything.
He's like a pencil that hasn't been sharpened yet. There's no line with him. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know, dude. Was that bad? Was that fire?
That's a bar, bro.
Come on, son. Stop playing me. I'm probably a better rapper than Joe Budden, too.
Yeah. Paul Litvak here is a better rapper than Joe
Paul Litvak is a good rapper.
Let's hear something, Paul.
No, that's not happening.
Paul's getting the bag. Talk to him.
You can't start it and just leave it.
Ooh.
You just started a bar. Let's hear it.
All right, let me think. I'm getting the bag. Shorty in the back of the Cadillac coming at me, but I never knew what it was like to be something that I never heard from another century.
That boy is fire.
I'm wearing the Nick and Mal OG merch.
But to put a button on this Joe Budden situation, listen, we're gonna button it up. Come on,
stop it.
But yeah,
stop it.
I guess what I say is Joe Budden is a very talented dude. I you know what I mean, doing this podcast thing, he's one of the guys I look up to. But just bad vibes when I was listening to him after a while. A bunch of hypocrisy, a bunch of holier than thou kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're going to tell you why. Like, for example, this dude, Rory, one of his friends, it came out that he was sexually assaulting women at a party they all used to throw together. Mm-hmm. And him coming out and addressing it was just so half-hearted. It was like, bro, either don't say nothing at all because it's your man's, or don't come and give a fake, like, oh my God, I denounce this guy. But it sounds so fake. Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're two-stepping, you're backpedaling. So I guess that's my issue with the Joe Budden podcast. I've been wanting to say this because I've stopped listening to them for a while now.
How long has this been?
I've stopped listening to them since they ended their Spotify contract. Maybe the second and last episode on Spotify. Probably a few months. I'm not very good with time.
Okay.
I'm not very good with time. I couldn't tell you.
Speaking of sexual assault,